So, let's say you own a business, an agency, for example. Your growth depends on how many people you can reach within a short time. But that's not the only challenge. You also need to engage with existing clients while managing daily operations. Now you're overwhelmed. What if there was a solution? A solution that is efficient, effective, and hassle-free. Introducing Indigenous Agent Pro, a no-code AI platform that empowers you to build, test, and launch AI agents in over 30 global languages. Customize your agent, equip it with your business's knowledge base and prompts, and deploy it across your website, apps, and local phone numbers. Your AI agent can reach out to prospective clients, handle inquiries, and engage with existing customers, ensuring seamless interactions and better efficiency. With Indigenous Agent Pro, you can streamline client interactions, enhance engagement, and watch your business thrive. Visit www.indigenous.ai to get started today. So, let's say you run a school or a private education institution. You've built a management software to streamline operations, but at its core, it's just like every other school management system. Traditional automation, routine functionalities, and the constant need for human oversight make admin tasks overwhelming. But what if there was a smarter solution? Meet Indigenous Agent Pro, a no-code, AI-powered assistant designed to transform education. Customize your AI agent, equip it with your school's knowledge base, and seamlessly integrate it with your website and school management systems. Your agent can provide students with AI-driven real-time assistance anytime, anywhere. It can engage parents, answer inquiries, and automate responses across multiple platforms. It can also break language barriers with AI-powered multilingual support in over 30 global languages. And most importantly, it can automate repetitive tasks, allowing educators to focus on what truly matters: teaching. Empower your institution with Indigenous AI today. Visit www.indigenous.ai to get started.
Hi, everyone. If you can hear me, you can show that by maybe wave of your hands so we can get started. Thank you for joining the webinar today. We want to make sure it's a short webinar, but at the same time, it's very insightful for you. My name is Yinka. I'm CEO at CDAO AI. We build non-code AI agents, and we call them Indigenous. Our hope today is that not only will you be able to learn about Indigenous, but also you'll be able to learn about how to apply AI, not only for your daily activities, but for your business. Whatever type of business you own, if it's a school, if it's a small business, if it's a medium-sized or large corporation, whatever business you own or you work at, the goal is that you'll be able to automate some repetitive tasks. You'll be able to have better conversations with your customers. You'll be able to reduce your cost, and you'll be able to become more efficient using AI agents. So let's get started. The title of the webinar today is Voice AI Agents in Action, Real-World Use Cases Transforming Industries. And today we'll just base our conversation on 5 things. First, we'll discuss what AI agents are. We would emphasize why voice is even more important. I would run you through some real-world use cases in different sectors, and I would show you how to use voice AI even if you have never coded before one day in your life. And then finally, we would have Q&A sessions where in the chat or in the Q&A section, you would be able to put in your questions and I can answer as many as possible within the time allotted to us. So let's start. What is an AI agent? It's for the past 2 years, maybe 3 years, the word artificial intelligence has even become more popular. Some of you are very familiar with tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever tools you use to create maybe decks for your work, for your business, to create new ideas, to simplify and analyze some data. But ChatGPT is a chatbot connected to something called a large language model built by OpenAI. So the chatbot helps you prompt that large language model and get feedback from it. But AI agents or an AI agent is slightly different. For ChatGPT, you have to prompt it for it to give you feedback. But for an AI agent, it's an autonomous system that can perceive its environment, can make decisions for you, can take actions based on specific goals that you have set it to be without human intervention. So once you set up an AI agent and you give it instructions on what to do, it can carry that same instruction out over 100,000, a million times and save you from repetitive tasks. Unlike traditional software that you might know and have used in the past, these agents can adapt. They can learn more from what they did wrong the first time and operate independently and take feedback so that they can become more efficient. And in this fast-paced world that we operate in now, AI agents can also help you provide personalized experiences to your customers or your audiences in general. So let's look at this chart. It pretty much explains how agents are at the center, and they can help with planning, they can help with execution. They provide an interface that is dynamic for you and your customers to interact with. And they're also open to refinement because they take feedback and they take you as a human in the loop. They also can use an LLM, which like OpenAI's GPT 4.5 or Gemini's LLMs or Llama 4 by Meta. They can take these LLMs as a judge to evaluate what they are doing better. Now, you don't have to go through these complex things to be able to have your own AI agent. My prediction is that just like for the past 15 to 20 years, websites have dominated in the way that people presented themselves to the world and their businesses to the world. In the next 10 to 20 years, people's persona and their businesses will be represented by AI agents. So you would have your own AI agents that customers can call and respond for you. You would even have your own AI agents that can talk to other AI agents. But time will tell. I hope when that starts to happen, you would remember this day that I probably told you so, that AI agents not only will be infused into websites, but in some cases might replace the traditional websites that we know. So let's talk about the types of AI agents. There's several types, but I will give you some use cases and some ways that people are using these agents. An agent type that is very common is something called a simple reflex. It has no rules or no memory. But what it does is within chatbots or as a chatbot, it can help detect fraud in your business. Another type is the one that can do inventory management. It's an internal model that can track state. I'll give you another type. It's one that plans actions to achieve goals. It's called a goal-based AI agent. It can help with your task automation, like some of the examples that I gave. Now, for travel agents or people that work in the hospitality sector, their goal usually is to maximize the satisfaction of the customer, especially as it has to do with experience, the experience they enjoy on the travel, and the pricing, being able to get competitive pricing for your flight, for your bus travel, for your train travel. Utility-based AI agents can help do that. I would then go to other types of AI agents based on modality, which is the modes at which they operate. A textual AI agent is the one that, like chatbots, you can drop a 200-page PDF into it and it helps you analyze the document. It can also summarize that document. That's a text modality AI agent. Another one is called image. So imagine if you wanted to caption an image, or you wanted to put your medical image, your x-ray, and you wanted an AI agent to analyze it. Or, like has been popular over the past 2, 3 weeks, you wanted to create a whole new cartoon of yourself, or animation of yourself, or Giphy of yourself. This is what an AI agent can do. But these applications might not be fully suitable for your business at the moment, except you're in education and you want to create, maybe dynamic learning tools and slides. But it's important to know the available types of these AI agents. Another thing that is growing and taking on steam are text to video models. And AI agents that are focused on video can help not only generate videos automatically without you making prompts, but also they can help summarize videos. Let's say you run into a YouTube video that's 2 hours long, but they're only 24 hours in a day and you don't have that much time. You can paste the link of this YouTube video into an AI agent. It would watch it for you faster. It's able to summarize the video, maybe into a few clips, or even write a summary and send across to you. Surveillance is also very important. There are some use cases that people who own stores or own supermarkets or own, factories install videos, and instead of having 20, 30 people watch the video all day long, you can connect it to AI agent and it's able to provide surveillance for activities that are malicious and then send you messaging so that you can proceed. If whatever country you live, you would notice that governments are beginning to install this kind of surveillance AI agents that help with traffic violations. And for the one that we'll be speaking about today, they're voice/audio AI agents. They can help you as a voice assistant. They can help for speech to text, text to speech, and even detect emotions. Why this is important is that emotions of a customer are important in business. And sometimes not every business can afford to put in a room 100, 1,000 customer care agents. Sometimes people just have 10, but they have a whole lot of customers to interact with. AI agents can help you solve this problem. So why voice? Voice agents have many advantages to you. They can help you enhance your customer experience because now you can, instead of your customer waiting on the phone for 20 minutes before you're able to pick their call, it's able to pick up the call immediately. It's able to not be frustrated and speak to the customer based on what their request is and resolve the matter really fast. It's also a cost reduction mechanism. In a way, you do not have to fire your workers, but you also do not have to overwhelm them. It can support a worker to do even more efficient work. And we'll run through some examples very soon. Another thing that AI agents do for you is last mile connectivity, whether it's by providing access for you to plug a complex call system into old school mobile phones, or helping you reach farmers, healthcare providers in different parts of the world. AI agents can help with this. So we will proceed into a few examples. The first one is in e-commerce. It can not only can it, but right now it is helping thousands of businesses provide personalized shopping experiences, whether online shopping, whether on mobile phone, whether on web, or even in person. An example is Papa John's, a chain of a pizza outlet. People now can call their number, and instead of waiting on the phone or talking to an IVR, they can speak to an AI agent who understands their language, takes their order, queues the order at the closest store, and all they have to do is wait at the door to receive their food or their pizza? Are you working in e-commerce? Are you working in a restaurant or a supermarket? Do you require more staff to do more work, or can you use AI agents to simplify some of these challenges? Another use case is in sales. This is one of the most common use cases. If you're running a business and the goal of your business is profit, or at least to break even, you realize that there are many competitors that you have to face, that you have to contend with. And the goal to continue to grow your business is to gather leads and to reach those leads and to convert those leads to become customers and then to retain them. A fintech company called Cowrywise is deploying voice AI agents to almost 100,000 people every month. How does he do that? He uses just one employee who's working with AI agents to queue the calls, to monitor the calls. But these AI agents are calling people in multiple languages to reach them wherever they are. And it's not just calling them on smartphones. It's also able to call them on feature phones. This work would have been done by 30 employees in 3 months. But it does it with one employee in 1 month. And imagine if they then commit the AI agents to the 30 employees that they have in customer experience, how much growth they're able to achieve. If a key use case very dear to our heart at Indigenous is healthcare. Health is wealth. And sometimes people do not have time to stay on phone talking to insurance companies, talking to hospitals. Sometimes it's very urgent. And the urgency, the ailment or the emergency cannot wait. So AI agents are doing incredible things. I can run through over 100 use cases of what people are using voice AI agents for in the healthcare sector. They're using it to schedule appointments. They're using it to follow up on patients. They're using it to even diagnose patients and do like pre-diagnosis before they see a doctor, right? One of our clients is using voice AI agents as healthcare support to support people with tuberculosis, with diabetes in Nigeria, not even in Lagos, Nigeria, in rural parts of Nigeria. I mentioned this earlier, but this is very significant. If you are interested in seeing the world and traveling, especially in the summer period, travel becomes very expensive if you do not plan early enough. But there are always deals online. But how many websites truly can you visit yourself? And this is the real challenge that many customers face, and they end up canceling. So many travel agents and travel companies and startups are using voice AI so that customers can say what they want, and then it goes and does research and comes back like a travel agent and is able to provide to you options or where to travel to, better pricing, to answer guest calls, to take bookings, and to even make changes into your reservation. And finally, a critical use case is for nonprofits. Nonprofits have so much to contend with, especially in the world today, supporting different types of people. But nonprofits might not be able to hire 100, 1,000, or 10,000 workers. They only have a team of 5, a team of 2, a team of 10, and they are burdened with doing a lot of work. Nonprofits have found huge successes, especially the American Cancer Society, in fundraising operations that they had to pick up calls to do individually before. They can deploy voice calls to people. They can use it for program delivery to the people who are mostly disenfranchised, and they can use it to engage the community in such a close and passionate way. And the ACS has actualized over 400% increase in donations just this year, and we're in April. Why? Because they are using AI agents while they sleep, while they are awake, with as little staff that they have, and they are using it to actualize successes for their business. So the question then is, what are you going to do with voice AI agents, and how are you going to build it? How are you going to build it for your small business, for your medium business? How are you going to transform your business to the next level, to the next phase that technology and digital connectivity is going to? And that's why we built Indigenous AI Agent Pro. It's able to help you build these agents non-code, integrates to websites, phones, and apps. It's able to be multilingual, and it's free to start. And I would like to show you how to build these AI agents. But before I continue, I'm wondering if you have any questions so far so that I can answer some of those questions before we proceed. If you have any questions, please drop it in the chat. Okay. Sakayo, you had a question about video and audio to talk on your end. You're currently asking a question, so you can only send questions through chat. So in the way that you have sent this question, please drop your question and I would answer them. Are you able to do that? Okay. I can see your chat now, so you're able to chat with me. So anybody else that has questions, please drop questions on how on any questions you have so far, or anything related to your businesses and how AI agents can support it, whether voice or any other types of AI agents. Right. So I would proceed to showing you how to build your first AI agent. So here's what you need to do to build your first AI agent. You go to our website, agent.indigenous.ai. And when you get here, you sign up. And you can sign up if you have a Google Mail or a Gmail, you can sign up pretty easily. If you need more information before signing up, you can just go to indigenous.ai, our website, and you'll be able to read about how to start different use cases on how to use AI agents and watch different videos on YouTube on setting it up. But I believe that now that we've spent some time together, you'll be able to do this yourself. So you sign up and you go to platform and agent. And you build your first agent. So we have some preset templates for you if you want to build your first agent, whether you want to use it for customer support, if you want to use it for as a tutor for your child or for your students, if you want it to be a research agent or a sales representative. So let's build an agent for a sales representative. This is a preset already here. You can see that it comes named as Rody. You can click here twice to change the name to whatever name you want to change this AI agent to. And once you're done, you save. And then it comes as an English preset agent. So you can see the language out here under model. And you can choose whatever language you want it to be. If you operate in the Gulf and you want the agent to be in Arabic, all you have to do is select. If you operate in a Spanish-speaking area, all you have to do is select that language. But for the sake of this webinar, we're going to select English. We're going to go to under message and prompt, and we're going to write a first message. What is the first message? The first thing you say when the person picks up the call or you call a person. And an example here is, hi, my name is Rody, and I'm here to help you find a perfect solution to your travel needs. And then you go into your system prompt, and then you have to write as much information as possible because even like I mentioned what AI agents are, you tell it what to do and it goes to execute. So if you want it to execute better, you have to write a little more. So it starts by saying Rodi is a highly trained and customer-focused assistant acting as a sales representative. But sales representative of what company? So you might add the company is called Joey Tourism. And you can add a lot of more information at your own personal time whenever you are ready. Okay. And once you have typed in more information, you save. You can also make some changes. This platform currently uses our model, Indigenous One, as a provider, but we are also able to add other LLM providers like OpenAI, like Claude Anthropic, like Meta, whatever platform you use. Guess what? You can also change the voice. So if you go here in the middle section to the voice, you can select whatever type of voice you want. Here, you can select Stacy, which has a sweet and cute Chinese or Mandarin voice. You can select Gabriela, that has a Spanish voice from Mexico. Nicholas, whatever voice that you choose, you can select. In this case, we're going to go with Sarah, and then we can save. Also on this section, you can choose how you want to receive the report after the calls are made. It's your choice on how you want to determine performance of the call. You can also have structured insights on how you want it to report to you. This will be just like you're asking an employee to report the status of a sales call. And once you're done with that, you save as well. And with that, you can test your AI agent for the first time. All you have to do is click this button right here and say, talk to Rodi. And by clicking the button, Rodi processes.
My name is Rodi, and I'm here to help you find the perfect solution for your travel needs.
That's how Rodi works. And with that, you're able to have conversations with Rodi based on what you just built right now. For the sake of time, I would not have long conversations with Rodi. I would show you how you can implement that, because the question is, after I have built this thing and I've built it with free tokens that we provide for first-time users, everyone gets 5,000 free tokens to be able to use this and tinker around with it and work with it. The next question is, how do I integrate it to my business, to my website? How do I use it as my sales rep? How do I use it to reach people at the last mile? There are a few ways you can do it. Code and non-code. We're going to be focusing majorly on how you can do it without code. One of the ways you can do it is by clicking this link right here. By clicking this link, it would migrate you into a page here that you can share this link with as many people as possible on all your platforms. Okay? I do hope you can see my screen. Just make sure that you can. Great. And when people come here, they can click this button to start a conversation with Rodi, just like we did over there.
My name is Rodi, and I'm here to help you find the perfect solution for your travel needs.
That's one way, and you can integrate this into your website if you want to use that, or put it on your social media profile, or share it on social media. That way, people easily would be able to talk to your AI agent on your social media in just a few minutes that we've developed it. What else can you do with this AI agent? You can connect it into something we call a widget. let's build a widget. So you create a widget, you select the agent right here that you want to integrate into your widget, which is Rody. You can select an avatar. You can either drag and drop a file, or you can select a file. And once you select a picture, it could be your picture, it could be the logo of your company and whatever you choose to use. And once you select that, you can notice this on the corner of the page. This is what a widget is. You can change the appearance based on your brand. What does your brand look like? Is your brand an orange brand, or would you like to change it to green? You can make those changes right here. As you can see, you can make those changes right here. You can change the text color if you like, or you can leave it the same. You can change the background color to whatever you like. You can even change the radius of the button to make it rounder or even more square. And once you're done with that, you can add text content here. As you can see, it says start a call. You can change it to talk to me, or you can simply leave it at start a call. If you notice, all of these things you're doing it without coding. It's just like modifying an average page. And then you can choose terms and conditions. This is very important to set so that users can be aware that they're speaking to an AI agent. You have the responsibility of telling them that this call will be used and processed to give them a service. But if you choose not, you can also cancel that. And then you can choose a domain that you would like to add, which is your website URL. I'm going to paste that now, and we would see a real life widget that has been implemented. So I will integrate it into a website called School Plus. And once I integrate all of this, I will save. And once it saves, I can therefore copy this code, either send it by email to your website manager if you are non-code, or if you understand how to code, you paste it in your code base. And it would give you something like this. And this, it would go straight into your website. If you notice here, the widget is right here on the right. And when I come to your website as a customer, and instead of using the outdated chatbots that I have to type, I have to wait for responses, I can be carried away on another web page and would forget about it. You can use this voice AI bots. And once a customer comes here and clicks the button, they are able to have a conversation with me. But obviously, the customer would have to give permissions to their microphone, and they're able to have conversations. These are two ways that you can use your voice AI agent. Quickly, I will run through one more use case. And what we call this a use case at the last mile. So Let's say that you want to integrate your AI agent into an actual phone number so that you can call people on their actual phones. How do you do it? You go into the phone number section, which I'm going to show you right now. As a first-time user, you would have to do a KYC, which is what we call a know your customer, so that we can know you before we provide phone numbers to you. You can buy a phone number in any country in the world, choose a billing type. Phone numbers will only cost you an equivalent of $3.99, which is $4 a month. You would choose the region. We have regions across the world. If you are operating outside these three countries, USA, Canada, or Nigeria, please reach out to us and we'll provide as many phone numbers as possible that you require. So you select the country you need the number from, and then we would show you a few numbers that we have. And if it suits you, if you like the digits, you select it and you're able to choose whether you want to automate the subscription or you simply want to renew it every month. Once you're done, you proceed to payment and you're able to pay for this phone number. See, we just purchase this phone number. Now, after we purchase the phone number, you are able to connect an AI agent that is pre-built into it for inbound and outbound calls. What are inbound calls? Calls that you want to receive. So right now, I can share this number with any of you. And if you call this number right now, you will be speaking to an AI agent. Another thing you can do is select what agent it talks to for outbound. What is an outbound call? I gave the example of Cowrie Wise calling 100,000 people. You can upload a file of all of these phone numbers, a file like this that you have pre-populated with phone numbers. You can upload that. And once you upload it, it's going to generate, or you integrate it into your CRM, it's going to generate all the numbers of the people you want to call for sales, you want to call for follow-up, you want to speak to about a new product, all the people you want to reach. You're able to upload all these phone numbers right here. And once you select these phone numbers, you can then proceed to schedule a call, give the call a name and say a sales call. You can pick the date you want to call that person, which is today, the 16th of April. You can choose the time zone that you're in, Pacific or GMT, whatever time zone you're in. And you can choose a time you want to call the person. And once you're done with that, you can schedule a call. And at that time, this platform will call the person. And you can come here and view your scheduled call list when they have been scheduled and when they have been sent. One final thing, the platform is very, very detailed and there are many things to see, but a final thing that is very important is being able to look at your call logs, all the logs that you've made, all the phone calls that you've made, and being able to check the details of each of those calls, being able to go through your billing and be able to subscribe and renew your subscriptions. If you understand code and you want to do more with the platform, you're able to get public and private API keys that you can utilize. And then finally, you're able to set up your organization, manage users that work with you, as many as possible, and validate your KYC, which is providing some information so we can serve you at the best. I can keep going on about what the platform can do, but it's a great platform that you're able to monitor your spending, able to review how many calls you're making and how many interactions it's making. As you can see here, it has made over 8 hours of interactions only this week, and you can view it annually, you can view it quarterly, and you can just you can view it half year. So now that I have shown you how to build your own AI agent, the question is, how do you want to use it for your business? What are you going to do with it for your business? I'm open to questions now. If we've got no questions, any comments, any ways that we can support you, please let us know. Thank you very much. Okay, I have a few questions here. Please note that this video would, after the call, would also be available on YouTube, so you can come back and speak to us. You can also contact us via our website, which I shared with you earlier. But to build your own agent right now, please visit our website. You can just use the prefix agents.indigenous.ai. All right. So questions. Sakayo's question was around how the agent works on voice level. So we've integrated several systems. We've integrated text-to-speech, speech-to-text systems, and LLMs. And what you do when you enter a first message and system prompt is that it's able to integrate that information that you have provided with the model, a very smart, competent level model. So what your prompt does is to narrow its thoughts to be able to serve you. There is also a feature there called files that I can show you if we have some more time. You can upload probably your project document, your HR document, whatever information that is very important to your company, you can upload that so that the system prompt is not only using the large language model, it's also using a knowledge base of knowing your company as much as possible. I hope I've answered that question. Another question is about we can share it through a website, which is great. But what if an API to integrate to your backend website? I believe I've shown that once you enter into the website, you're able to generate public and private keys that you can, and then you're able to find enough documentation, no matter like how you code and what language, what your stack is, you're able to find APIs, you're able to find documentation to integrate it to your backend and make it work for whatever services you want to provide. A question from Zenith is, can we use AI voice agents to gather data entry too? We work with community health workers and struggle with getting qualitative data entry. I assume we can channel the data to a database of spreadsheet. Absolutely, Zenith. You can do that. One use case that I will show you right here, I don't know if you missed it. This use case, they're totally utilizing it to collect data entries. Obviously, you know that with the medical field, there is the HIPAA, right, which you have to align with and inform them about and also be conscious about. But you can collect data entries, especially with voice AI, because if you're working with people in communities and rural people, they might not be proficient in writing. They might have health challenges. So some people might not be able to speak, but for the ones that can speak or have people to speak with them, you can make data entries in any language. If they speak Spanish, if they speak French, if they speak Swahili, you can make those data entries. They only have to speak to that device and they'll be able to make those data entries. We're happy to support you with this so that you can solve these issues that you are having. This is the reason why we built the platform, to solve these problems. And once you collect that data, it can go into spreadsheets. It can go in simple spreadsheets on Microsoft Excel, but it can also go into your CRM that you can continue to use. Damilare's question says, I would like to ask what the tokens are for. Okay, great question. The tokens are what helps you make calls over calls, right? They are like credits. Credits if you have credits, you are able to make calls, your customer is able to call you. But when these tokens run out, you would have to replenish the tokens. As a start, we have given everyone 5,000 tokens that you can use to test. Every time you make a call, the tokens will continue to reduce, and it is up to you to upgrade the tokens back so that when your customers call, they can always reach you. As long as you have tokens, your system will always function. Can you use your phone number? The answer is no and yes. You cannot buy your phone number from us. You need to get a phone number in the country that you're operating in. However, there is a space there where you can impute your phone number. So if people cannot reach that SIP trunk, if they cannot reach that number you reached us for, or if they call that number and they say, I want to speak with Dami, then the AI will forward that call into your phone number. So yes, you can use your phone number, but it would be as a forwarded call. But the AI will take the call first, save you the time for being on the phone all the time, then forward calls to you. And then the final question is, based on customer request, can the voice agent provide more details? It will be transferred to a real human to respond to issues. Absolutely. So forwarded calls are available. And in your system prompt, you can put it there saying, if customer says, I want to speak to the manager, please forward the call. If the customer says, I am not satisfied, please forward the call. So AI agent is not, it's able to help you, and save you time. But if you want to speak to these people, then it's able to forward the calls. Yes, Sakayo, it's a cascade approach, to answer your question. We have a few more questions here. I believe I have answered a lot of your questions. If you have more questions, please ask a few more questions. Zenith says, amazing, thank you. Thank you, Zenith. Jessica, your question is, does this also work with WhatsApp? If yes, what hurdles have you run into regarding the permissions you must take from WhatsApp to send messages? Great question. So currently, WhatsApp has restrictions on voice AI. So at the moment, we cannot integrate voice AI into WhatsApp, but you can integrate text AI. So if that's like a chatbot, being able to chat people, one to many, many to one, chat as many people as possible on WhatsApp, that we can help you with and help you integrate. But this is from the website or WhatsApp's producers or managers. They have not provided permissions for reasons that are clear, which is security issues to the users. There is no integration of our voice AI to WhatsApp yet, but once it's available, we can let you know. However, there is integration to local phone numbers. So those same people, you need some form of internet to use WhatsApp. We can integrate to feature phones. Right here on this platform, you can do it yourself. That it bypasses WhatsApp, it bypasses the challenges of this and can call people, whether they have WhatsApp or not. It can call real people at the last mile. I do hope I've answered that question. Jessica, if you have a follow-up question, happy to answer that as well right now. And then Pedro's question is, can I allow the user to choose the language he wants to use during the call? For example, English or French? That's a great question, Pedro. Yes, you can. It all happens within your system prompt. So for example, when writing your system prompt, you can choose the primary language that you think people will use, but in your system prompt, you then say, I am Pedro. I am Pedro's AI agent. I speak English, French, Spanish, Arabic. When the user says they prefer Arabic, please speak Arabic to them. The system is so intelligent that it listens to what the user says and changes the language automatically and feeds whatever language they want to speak. So yes, it's all done in your system prompt. But also, however, if you want it to be as believable as possible, it has to be narrow, because when it has to do with voice, right, there is a believable Arabic voice, there's a believable Spanish voice, which we have there. But you can choose any of the voices, tune the system prompt to speak as many languages as possible, and it's able to respond in all these languages. I do hope I've answered that question, Pedro. And if you would like me to show you, how to enter into the system prompt again, I don't know if you caught it, please let me know. And that can be infused, that I can show you, if we don't have any other questions. Great. Thank you, Pedro. So thank you so much for all the questions. I hope that I've answered a lot of your questions. Please go to agent.indigenous.ai. Like I said, you have 5,000 free tokens to take a tour, to test things, to get it going. And if you have any challenges, please contact us. The email is support@indigenous.ai. I can send that to you. I do not want to take so much of your time. We have 2 more minutes. We always promise to be to stay to time, but I have one more question from Zenith. Zenith says Jessica's question about WhatsApp prompted a question for last mile community health workers. How can the information be captured from them? Okay, so last mile community workers, obviously they might be tech savvy, and if they're tech savvy, you can use WhatsApp to collect information from them. Put them in a WhatsApp group or blast out messages using a text AI agent, and they can feedback, and their feedback goes into probably a CRM or an Excel file, and you can then monitor that. We can also, if you reach out to us, teach you how to build automation into Excel files, where you can process this with language models, and the Excel file you can even do more work with the information that is provided by these health workers, so that you're not having to do a lot of manual work over and over. So it's very important for you to embrace automation, voice AI, text AI, visuals. Just embrace it to automate a lot of the work that you do, because it will simplify those repetitive things that you do. It would help you meet more of your targets and achieve your goal. Of course, the field is still growing. There's still much improvement that would come, and we'll continue to let you know about new additions we make to the platform. But we really want you to try out voice AI agents, try out WhatsApp text agents, try out whatever features that would benefit your customer the most. And like I said, if you need any help from us, please reach out and we'll be able to support. Thank you so much for joining. It's been a pleasure talking to you all. I'll take one more question from Cyrus. Cyrus says, how do you manage data retrievals? A question answer setting, a ChatGPT approach. We train entrepreneurs and they have FAQs from curriculum. Great. So how you manage data retrievals is obviously, when it has to do with data, you would have to do an extra layer of work on your side, right? Where do you want the initial data to be funneled into? And then you can process it with ChatGPT. You can process it with our model, Indigenous One. You can process it with any models, and we can show you how to do this. But this is not absolutely non-code, if you understand what I mean, Cyrus. But we can show you a path that you can use for this easily. It requires just a few more details, details about where you want to collect the data, how you want to process it, maybe with a system prompt or a prompt from ChatGPT, and what you want the end use or end case to be. And also the schema, the data schema that you want to be the outcome. Happy to support with this. Email support@indigenous.ai. Indigenous is INDIGENIUS .ai, and we're happy to support with that. Thank you so much for joining. It's 1 minute past our time. A pleasure talking to you all. Please reach out. Please rewatch on YouTube. And we'll be in touch. Bye.